Welcome in. We are going to deep dive and dissect your psychological to stay at the forefront of your life experience. This is divine masculine communication. That was the biggest message that I got just before I came into this reading. I asked, what is this reading going to serve? What pain is it going to dissolve? Where can we release any wonderment that you may be having? And so this is really important. Your divine masculine, whether it's within you as a divine and feminine mergence, or your divine masculine outside of you is coming in to communicate. And so that just means you'll receive some sort of message within the next couple of days. Or your divine masculine within you is trying to lead you into a direction. Okay, so, or if you are a divine masculine, Spirit is asking you to communicate. And the card that I pulled was Hermes. Hermes. So the spotlight is on your communication skills. This is a time to develop your emotional intelligence and integrity. And also, if you are a divine feminine, stay put. Stay put. It is not your job to trigger the divine masculine. They have got to seek on their own, right? If we keep poking and prodding and kicking and screaming and doing all the things, divine masculine's never going to initiate their own energy to take action. So for a divine masculine to execute, we need the divine feminine to be out of resistance. She is singing and dancing and focusing on her dreams and focusing on taking care of herself. She is a queen and she doesn't chase. And the divine masculine needs that energetic release so that that portal opens up and creates sort of like urgency, if you might. So although sometimes thought of as merely a messenger of the gods, Hermes is so much more. He's a distinctive in his winged helmet with wings upon his feet. Hermes facilitates communication on all levels. In particular, between gods and humans. So we've got higher and lower frequencies communicating right now. Awesome. And he is Lord over all natural, our nature of physical exchange. Sometimes delivering messages needs a fair dose of cunning, and Hermes is just right for the task. As early as his birth, he was considered a tricky customer, naughtily stealing Apollo's cattle, while more seriously he is considered a herdsman of the dead, someone who escorts the newly deceased souls to the afterlife. Often these beings were called psychopomps because of his ability to cross barriers and the accuracy of his message transmission. He is also the god of divination. He learned the art further from the three nymphs of Greek tradition. So when we are great communicators and when we are great persuaders, it can be easy to convince others of our point of view. Again, going back, we must allow that divine masculine energy to come forward without resistance. It is important to continually monitor our integrity with regards to what we communicate, lest we steal another's free will, clarity, or peace of mind. Gossip is also Hermes' domain. As common as it is, it rarely, if ever, serves a just purpose. Communicating truthfully and without maliciousness is important, as Hermes will see your words are carried swiftly and effectively. This is really important. When we advocate for others, we take their power away and they don't learn to advocate for themselves. And if I'm energetically thinking that I'm the one who has to implement advocacy for that individual, they are energetically linked to that. And because they're at such a low frequency, they're in hope that you might do the showing up for them, if that makes sense. So I don't ever advocate for somebody. I direct them, guide them, give them inspiration and encouragement, but they have to do the work. They have to decide whether they want to show up and do the work. So what I'm getting is your divine masculine is coming into realization. A frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. This could be your divine masculine coming in strong, ready to communicate, ready to steal your heart, ready to show up. This could be a marriage proposal. This could be you showing up for yourself. If you are a divine masculine, it's time to take action and execute. I just want to see real quick. So your divine feminine. Okay, so I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So that's your divine feminine energy. You are releasing the past. So I'm going to look on the inside the container here, inside of the field. What's going on inside the field? Okay, we've got the Three of Wands, the Emperor in reversed, and the Ace of Cups in reversed, and Celebration. Okay, so you just have a few steps to take here. So we've got the Three of Wands. He's looking out. He's a visionary, and he's thinking about what his next move is. And I know the Emperor's in reversed, but the Emperor is direct, targeted energy, and usually very contained. He doesn't really share what's going on around him. He usually is just executing and taking action. But now he's beginning to share his insights. He's sharing what he's receiving in his heart, and he's getting ready to do a love offering. Look at that. That's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. I read the cards when they're in reversed. This just means that they are now operating in the physical, which can be portrayed as negative in the beginning. It's like if I never stand up for myself, and for the first time ever, I am like standing up for myself. That's going to the delivery is going to be seen as negative, and especially through the divination, there is no such thing as negative or positive. It's just a matter of negative polar, positive polar. But yin and yang exists exactly at the same time. Exactly at the same time. And they are always moving in your favor. So the divine masculine is in visionary, getting ready to expose himself in some way. I don't know what way, but I'm pretty sure it's a love offering. The Ace of Cups, look at that. It's like the hand of God, the thing that you've always been waiting for. Alchemically, as an individual, if you're sitting in a sovereign position, meaning that you don't have a relationship or aren't expecting that sort of thing, you are still, I would still expect some communication from the masculine energy. And whatever communication that is, that is a potent potential message for your own alchemy. Maybe something is hidden within you that is ready to be released and nurtured, whatever that may be. And then this next card is the card of celebration. This is the coming together and celebrating something beautiful. Something beautiful. And I'm going to just kind of validate these cards. And Hermes, look up Hermes. Do some research on Hermes. Hermes has a lot of little messages in there that are that will stand out, I'm sure, for you. So closing the past, coming into the understanding, letting go, and doing it different. This is different. Whatever this is, it's different. It's not from your old cycle. We've already released the old cycle in this. So if for some reason you are cycling the old cycle in your head, the new cycle has already slipped in through the crevices and you may have not seen it. You may not have seen it because you were still looking backwards. So now you're going to look forwards, right? So release the soul burden. So what you carry in silence still shapes your path. Speak it, feel it, and finally let it go. And that is what your divine masculine energy is doing. It's important to know that collectively, in a high percentage, a lot of our masculines have been emasculated by their own mother. I know that seems radical, but we don't know what we don't know until we know. And we were traditionally raised to dominate as parents. Do what I say. I'm the one, right? And then if a masculine was raised by a single mother, she may have, used that divine masculine energy as a punching bag because she didn't have something to bounce off her feminine energy, her expression. And so this isn't happening because she wants it to happen. I forgive you. I love you. I forgive you. I release you. I love you. I forgive you. I release you. I love you. I forgive you. I release you. I'm a single mother of 4 boys, and my compassion goes out to single moms, like astronomically. But I also know the only way to heal the past is to do the right thing right here, right now, in this moment. Every single step forward must be intentional. So giving your power or taking the power away from them, you just give it back. How do you do that? You just mind your own business. And then you apologize as many times as you feel like you should. It doesn't matter. And I didn't apologize because I thought I had to. I did it because I also needed to forgive myself. And this had a lot to do with my masculine energy. It really has a lot to do with masculine energy. You're healing old wounds by exposing them through speaking it, feeling it, and finally letting go. So your masculine is coming in to communicate. Your inner masculine may be communicating. If you are a masculine and you're here, your throat chakra is opening up. You are starting to feel the urgency, the pull into broadcasting who you are. Now, the throat chakra doesn't necessarily always mean I'm speaking. For me, my throat chakra opened up in the way that I expressed myself, my actions that I was taking. I was taking actions that I was uncomfortable with, and making sure that I was being heard and seen, and just loving who I was as an individual. So this is pretty intense masculine energy here. And look at your planetary, exploration. So you are exploring your voice. Be a mad scientist. Explore your voice. Explore your Explore your actions. Observe. Remember, you can only heal the past by doing the right thing right now, right here in this moment. I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. I'm going to look at your emotions, mind, body, and spirit. Beautiful. So your mind is communicating already, delivering what messages you're ready to give. They're coming through a passionate portal because everything is in expansion. You are stepping over the cliff, I would say, like the fool. You're like getting ready to jump and you don't know where you're going to fall. You're just going to jump. It's like, I completely surrender. I'm just completely exposing myself. I'm radically stepping into my truth. I'm radically telling the truth. The most powerful relationships there are those relationships where you powerfully, radically tell your truth. There are no secrets. None. If there is even a tiny, tiny little secret in your connection, the tiniest little secret will be toxic for your relationship. That's how sacred the connection needs to be, because it's very rare that an individual will come into a relationship that's cerebral, right? What's that cerebral connection? It's when two minds are merged. There's no gap. There's no secret. I was watching Blue Lagoon last night, where the little boy and the little girl get stranded on an island, and they end up growing up together on the island. And you can see how organic they are. They don't have any information. They don't know what it means to grow up. They don't know how their bodies are about to change. And so there's a point where they are sort of embarrassed of what's happening with their bodies, and they become very conflictual because they're so embarrassed that they're hiding from each other, and that creates separation between them. And then eventually they come back together. But you can see in that movie how easily we can become separated when there's secrets between us. So allow the door to be open, feminine. Your masculine needs to execute on his own without pressure. Let him come to you. You just stay as beautiful and clean and nurtured as you can, and that's where the miracles are. No thingness. That's awesome. If this video resonated, subscribe, like, share if you might. It's an honor for me to be here, and until next time.